Hello everyone, this is Crode giving you another game between Delphi and Liquid TLO here on Shattered Temple. Delphi spawning as the, I guess, pink Zerg, meanwhile TLO spawning as the red Terran on Shattered Temple. Game 1, a rather interesting build from TLO, something I haven't seen. Perhaps his normal stream viewers have seen it. He went in for a fast gas into Hellions and Mass Reapers with that Nitro packs. The Reapers and the Hellions able to do a lot of harassing damage and push back and take down a Spine Crawler pretty easily, but the Mass Banelings able to shut it down, and then TLO ended up coming back with just Mass Marines off of a whole bunch of Barracks and Thors. And it was really neck and neck in that game until TLO pulled it wide open and was able to just deal with the Mass Banelings. If the Banelings had perhaps been a little bit more effective, it would have destroyed enough Marines, but no, not enough. And then the Marines were able to take care of the large number of Mutalisks as they were magic boxing. TLO opening up with a supply depot down over here. We'll see if he is going to open up with a barracks as well. It looks like he will open up with a barracks, deciding to use a different build this time around. Now you see Delphi making his way over. He did spot that there is currently no gas on any of these two as of yet. The gas should be coming in just about now. There you see it. It is going to be a standard 13 gas. And SCV now hanging around down at the low point here. There is a drone in position, but the drone is not going to be able to do very much at all. The drone wants to grow up and try to be a hatchery, but you can see SCV just dancing around back and forth, doing a good job and making it near impossible until he gets out of the way. What a courteous SCV, getting out of the way of the drone in order to set up that hatchery. And TLO pretty much says, you know what, you went for a 15-14 hatch. I know exactly what you're doing. I don't need to head up that ramp. Let this SCV get back to work and start mining more minerals. Delphi did not spot the refinery, but he did see an SCV holding a green canister. By a process of elimination, knows that, or just by simple deduction, that this one SCV must have picked up that green canister from somewhere. TLO now setting up that second supply depot. It looks like he will be going into the 1-1-1 build. He has a Marine now down over here as well. Not quite sure why that Marine is hiding off in the woods like that, as we are now going into a factory. So TLO playing a little bit more standard this time around, but he is now lifting off this barracks. So where is this barracks exactly going to go? Oh, the barracks is going to actually gain the sight of the Overlord here. And now Delphi may lose this Overlord. The Marines trying to get in position. You can see that the Overlord pretty much stuck where he is right now. The Marines able to get off a lot of damage onto this one Overlord now. The Overlord is dangerously in trouble. And now that Overlord down to 1 hit point. There it goes. The barracks will be re-landed once again, and Delphi losing his scouting Overlord, unable to come back, unable to spot this command center or the factory being laid down, and also supply blocking Delphi for a little bit of time, which is going to hurt his economy. A very nice tactic. We'll see if that becomes part of the standard repertoire for Terran players after that Overlord was destroyed there, after it was trying to hide in this location here. We can see a command center about 1/3 of the way completed. This one Hellion now going to make its way out in order to gain some critical scouting information. The supply depot needs to be raised. It will be raised just in time. Marines are brought over as well. The Hellion now getting some easy free damage onto those Zerglings. And now, will it be able to shut down? Oh, going after the wrong Zerglings, taking those two down. And it looks like this one Hellion will get 6 kills rather early in this game, or excuse me, 4 kills. He could have come back and get that 5th kill, but it doesn't look like he really wants to. He can see that the Zergling is hiding off over here. No Zergling goes I was going to try to do some quote, but then I said if I say unscathed, of course he's unscathed. He's dead. Anyways, we can see these two Hellions now making their way out. You can see also a couple Zerglings hiding out over here. And the Queen now fighting off of creep, going to absorb a little bit of damage from these Hellions. The Hellions now, once again, trying to push in here, now pull back once again, unable to really do anything at all. These Hellions looking to now torch more of those Zerglings, but the Zerglings are going to get them to come in position. The Hellions getting in a very nice location, though, able to cover many of these Zerglings, and these Zerglings are being forced to pull back. I think Delphi had lost count of the number of Hellions there. It takes 3 Hellions without that blue flame research in order to one-shot a Zergling. And with that, that entire flank of Zerglings just got lined up and destroyed in just a second. A Zergling now making its way in will spot the SCVs being transferred to the natural expansion as 2 Reapers and 5 or 4 Hellions and 2 Marines being added. That's not something you see every day. 2 Reapers, 2 Marines, and 4 Hellions about to perhaps make a push onto the main base. Barracks still producing a lot of units. Reactor now being added as well. The standard 2 Tech Lab, 1 reactor build. Also adding in more and more of those units. We are also going into Stim Pack. The Nitro Packs have been completed already. This 1 Reaper moving very, very quickly across the map. Slightly slower than the Hellion. We'll see how much damage these units will be able to do as the Hellion. Oh, the Hellion's perhaps gonna try to shut down that one particular Spine Crawler. The Spine Crawler, Omega taken down as the Hellion. Hellion's absorbing a lot of the damage, and now the Reaper's able to suicide their way in. But really not suiciding at all, as those Hellions just going after so many units. Roaches spawning just in time, but a lot of damage was dealt. 11 worker kills even without blue flame, and now the Reapers going after the Queen. Another Queen has been destroyed, and now the Reapers not quite sure why they're sticking around so close to the ledge there. But Delphi is in a bit of trouble. 27 drones versus 37 SCVs as these Reapers look to perhaps live and fight another day. These Reapers do not want to jump back up onto that high ground just quite yet. There are Roaches in the center portion of the map. Oh, the Roaches taking down so many of those Reapers. Not even a fair fight there. The Roach is such a strong counter, especially when fighting on creep or when a Terran player isn't keeping track of those units. You can now see Marauders are being added as well. The Marauders need to jump inside this bunker in just a moment. A range of 7, so the Roaches should be able to perhaps shoot down this bunker, but no, the Roaches are going to simply try to run by, and a lot of damage is to be had so far. The Zerglings now trying to shut down this one. All the SCVs trying to repair this here. Marauders getting destroyed. Marines, Hellions trying to fight back as well. Marines jumping inside a pretty fresh made bunker now as the SCVs are going to now repair here. The Marauders just finishing Stim with a faster movement speed, able to shut down all of these Roaches there. And now TLO, who did lose a little bit of workers in that engagement, 9 workers, still has a 9 worker count as we transition into the mid game where the battles get more deadly and a quick misstep leads to ultimate destruction. You can see a lot of gas is TLO sitting on right now, so he will be able to double train up those medevacs, but really not train up the necessary Marines and Marauders he wants to accompany those medevacs just quite yet. You can see he's transferred all of the SCVs that were on gas over to minerals. Gonna crank up his production there. Also getting some more supply depots as well. He will be supply blocked in just a little bit, as now the Infernal Pre-Igniter, the Blue Flame research now being started. Level 1 weapons upgrade about to be completed. Delphi's Roaches going to take a beating from those Marauders. You can see drones still being queued up as well, as Delphi getting into very, very heavy gas play and now going into Infestors. Marines and Marauders do spot this one Overlord here. The Overlord will just get destroyed rather quickly. Zergling's now going to perhaps try to run by, and oh, there are double supply depots here preventing many of that, and now the SCVs are going to simply try to run away. Zergling's getting in a lot of damage, but running straight into a group of Marauders and Marines. TLO going to finish off those Zerglings with little to no issue whatsoever. And now we are going to see 2 medevacs, perhaps with more medevacs being added. Yes, a total of 4, as TLO now adds on 2 more factories. Zergling's looking to do a little bit of damage here, as the Marines are now trying to do a run or trying to re-engage. This is not looking good. However, the Hellions do not have that blue flame research just quite yet. As soon as those Hellions do have that blue flame research, all of these Zerglings will be toast or barbecued, however you like to describe your burning Zerg units. You can now see Marines and the Marauders once again returning back. You can see 2 Hellions trying to finish this off. The Marines, the Hellions just have blue flame, taking down 5 Zerglings, as those Zerglings have to think twice about re-engaging. There is 1 Marine inside that bunker, but all these Zerglings are pretty much below half-life already, as the Hellion going to finish off all of those units in there. And now TLO with a very, very, very large force with the necessary upgrades and medevacs will be able to keep these units alive for quite some time. Now going to try to perhaps shut down the Queen, shut down the Roaches. Fighting in a very, very nice position here. The Zerglings are going to chase after all those units as the Marauders and the Marines are pulling back once again. And wow, this is just looking absolutely brilliant by TLO. TLO opening up with a little non-standard play and then able to get off a lot of harassment. A fungal growth does go down and another one goes down as well. So TLO losing a lot of his attacking force here, but it may simply be too little too late as Delphi gonna lose his natural expansion and perhaps the game in just a moment. Roach is trying to reinforce. You can see 4 medevacs. There's the GG though, and Delphi realizing he cannot get back into this game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.